the Echoes.
I wouldn't call those even, but whatever. Well, close enough.
I think it looks pretty
I
even.
think
There was a
it's
gold,
not
a silver,
bad.
and a couple of bronzes.
You still
Yeah,
have
purple
the
team had
battle
like 3
arena.
purples, so.
Yeah, you still have the battle arena overlay. You don't have like the actual lobby up right now.
Thanks for letting me know, cause
Back so bad.
there you go. Bang. Fixed.
Yup.
So yeah,
That's taken care of.
how about some plugs? I don't
Plugs.
know where I put them all, because I had them all saved, so that I wouldn't forget
I'll
them.
link you the Google Doc. We're not even talking about plugs yet.
What?
We're not supposed to be doing plugs yet. That's for a delay screen.
Oh, then Jam Select's exciting. We
Can't
got...
spectate the game yet, so...
So,
You guys-
Spork, how about these picks and
Yeah.
bans?
They're pretty
Interesting.
standard. See that many fizz
Alright,
bans lately.
so to keep Badger in the loop, we've got a Yasuo Jax Morgana ban, a Fizz Kassadin ban, and we're waiting on the 6th ban. How do you feel about that? And an Evelyn ban.
Evelyn is
Evelyn
6th
is
ban.
the
And
6th
Evelyn,
ban.
I'd say all of them are good bands.
Yeah,
Let
nothing.
me see.
You think
I'd
Fizz
say
is
the
ban worthy?
Fizz is the only slightly odd
The
one,
Fizz is the
but
questionable one at this point.
Even
it's not
Eve,
that, it's
I
not
don't know.
even that questionable. Nah, Eve is very quickly making her way up my I want to ban you list. She's rather obnoxious.
First pick Lee Sin, and then enemy team picking or hovering Orianna and J4. I'm liking the Ori J4 synergy if they lock that in. That would be really fun to
Yeah,
watch.
the Ori J4 combo is pretty good right now.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
I
disgusting.
approve.
See, I don't know. Like, I dislike playing against an Evelyn, but I feel like if you just, be a jerk to her early, it doesn't matter.
To a degree, well, the thing is you have to be like, you have to invade her jungle to get wards down so you can see where she's going. Is pretty much how you have to deal with her.
Yeah.
Which is problematic if your lanes are losing. At all.
Alright, so Ori J4. So those locks. What are they hovering now?
We have no hovers.
We got a
A
Braum
Ro-
hover,
Braum.
Braum hover, and lock. So
Braum
we got
lock.
the Braum lock. And
Against Jarvan.
Raka Yo Socks hasn't picked anything yet. I had a weird feeling that they wanted to pick Raka.
I'm hoping Soraka.
Then it looks like a Pantheon hover.
That is a much more manly Soraka than I last remember her looking.
Yeah, I don't remember her having so much armor on. Aurora Dragon, okay, now I see Aurora Dragon.
Insta locking the Zyra. And either's gonna pick something eventually, maybe.
I haven't seen
Random
anybody
Walk
else
already wants me
saying...
to talk about how he plays.
Who?
Random Walk. Playing
Random.
80 carry.
Okay, yep, Random Walk and Aurora Dragon also said that they would like some.
Bromtheon. That's spacey video though. See a Zyra and a Shyvana.
Yep,
Yep.
the Shyvana game. I like the
But
Shyvana
nice.
pick.
You know, you've really seen Shyvana fall off a lot lately too. Like it used to be like every game you see a Shyvana, now you suddenly just don't see her anymore. It's kind of
Yeah,
odd. I mean, she's still a fine pick.
I think she's still
Problem is
plenty
people like
strong.
Rise are a problem.
Yeah, as the Rise gets locked in. And the Jinx being hovered. I like the Jinx pick. Jinx is pretty damn strong with the 80 carry itemization changes.
Yeah.
She's in one of the
She
ones I
gets
got
pretty
set up
goddamn
much.
scary.
Yeah, but you're picking this situation, you're picking Jinx into a Jarvan, and
Yeah.
That is not happy times.
it's just either a flash or you're screwed. I would have
pretty
preferred
much.
an Ezreal or
If you're picking
Lane,
Jinx
something with
into
mobility.
Jarvan, you kind of want to have a Thresh in your team too.
I would say
Okay,
Tristana out of all the 80 carries.
Yeah.
Tristana's still
Tristana would be
really
a good
strong
pick
right
also in
now.
this
Yeah,
situation, but-
Tristana's scary now. Like actually scary.
Mhm.
Apparently, they're talking a lot about coaching and such in the league, in the T-Force chat right now. I've never done any of that. Have any of you ever done any of the coaching stuff? And the
No.
Tristana being
I'm too
hovered.
cheap. I'm far too cheap.
I see a misfortune. Tristana.
Was it
you
MF
said?
for a while? She just swapped to
Okay.
Tristana, which I feel like is probably because they were listening to us talk about how scary Tristana is.
Well, oh Becky, you're so fine.
Brother. Like if you watched LCS this weekend, like Robert Exley went absolutely bonkers on Tristana.
I didn't get a chance to watch that actually.
It was terrible. He went 2 games and he just went massive.
That does sound like a positive to watch.
Yeah. Okay, so it is the Tristana lock-in.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be Tristana Zyra. That's a scary lane to go against.
Yeah, if you get caught, you're in big trouble there, especially
Yeah.
early. Level 2 from those two is a problem.
Like
Yeah.
the Braum.
Brom.
Braum is not going to be very happy if Zyra lines a root on them level 2.
Quite
That's
like
root.
Ram.
Because it'll be roots into plants with Tristana Rocket Jump eating him, and then he's just going to fall over dead.
Wordle Mullen
probably.
just messaged me and said he wants special attention also. I don't even know who he is.
Who?
He is Rise. Top lane Rise.
Oh, yes.
Rise into Shyvana.
The worst pick for me to give because
Why? Are you a bad Rise
I used
player?
to play mid lane Rise, but I can't play top lane Rise to save my life.
Really, I find top lane Rise to be much easier to play than mid lane Rise. And we're in the delay. Badger, do you want to kick
Yeah.
us off with some plugs? Since you're like you do pretty
join
good
the
with the
game?
plugs. Try spectating somebody.
Yeah, I'm spectating right now. I'm in the delay. I've got the delay right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you've ever wondered at this point, and I don't know why you're wondering at this point, I wonder what the Trinity Force podcast is. Well, I'm here today to tell you all about it.
Oh God.
Trinity Force Podcast is a network of 3 podcasts. T-Force Proper, the T-Force LCS Rundown, and the Oz LOL Podcast. Why are they booing in Twitch?
I don't know.
Really? I don't know. I don't like it. But the first one I'd like to talk about is the T-Force Proper. The T-Force Proper is the twice-a-week podcast for this network, hosted by Ponophobia and his his great group of guys. I'm pretty sure that's what he calls them every single time, is the great group of guys.
I believe you are
Typically, yes.
correct. It's hi, I'm Adam Potophobia, and
But
I'm
they
here with a
talk
great group
about-
of guys.
Patch notes and changes coming to the game, and they'll take listener questions.
I've
and-
even heard them give relationship advice.
Yeah, they talked
I
fanfiction
recommend
before.
against
That was
that.
the most awkward podcast ever.
Prepare to be boarded!
Okay.
Just a
But
side
they
note,
go
the
live
booing in
on
Twitch
Mondays
chat is not
and
Badger, so.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight, whatever the
Eastern Daylight Time, 7 to 8.
Daylight Time.
Yeah.
On this channel, twitch.tv/TForce Podcast. And if you have questions to them, email them at feedback@trinityforcepodcast.com. Second one I'd like to talk about is the T-Force LCS Rundown, and that is hosted by the lovely Mott McGorum and his other great group of guys. I think they're just a bunch of guys.
I think they're a bunch of Toms.
I think they're a bunch of Toms and
Bunch of
some
tomboys.
other guys. But they talk about the NA and EU LCS, and they're bringing on a 5th guy, and I can't even remember his name.
You've now fucked this up 3 weeks in a row. I just want to point this out. This has been 3 times in a row that I've casted with you, and you've forgotten this poor guy's name.
It's Sifa, isn't
It's
it?
Donnie, it's like Donnie Darko or something like that.
We'll go with Donnie
What?
Darko. And the
I
new
don't-
guy, Donnie Darko! Moving on.
I don't know.
I don't think I've got a guy in the last
apologize
couple
for the things
podcasts
but
whose
they
name
go
is
live on
Sifa.
Sundays
but,
at
yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and they give you your weekly LCS fix. And the last one I would like to talk about is the Oz LOL podcast, and that is Carrot Colossus and his fantastic crew. See what I did there? I threw off the C's.
No.
Yes. You're just...
But they don't go live, but they post all of their podcasts to the website, trinityforcepodcast.com. And if you have questions for us, email us, battlearena@trinityforcepodcast.com. Or is it feedback at Battle Arena at Trinity. It's at Trinity Force Podcast.
How do you know? How do you not know your own email address?
Badger's just full of fails tonight. Everybody give us a good round of applause for Badger. If we can get a Twitch chat round of applause for Badger tonight, that would be wonderful.
Oh,
Dude, I'm
Alright, ready?
tired.
Ready? We're gonna speed this up. So what did we cover? We covered all of the podcast material. Am I incorrect here?
I believe we are correct here.
Alright, so on top of that, you've got Battle Arena, which you're doing right now, which is, what, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, every Tuesday,
Yeah.
with Badger Senpai, or, I'm sorry, for the third time that you've changed your name now, it's now VG Badger
Oh my
Senpai.
god.
Alright? VG Badger Senpai, who we all just call Badger, and Asterishan do the main streaming and such for the Battle Arena on Tuesday nights. And now that we
Yes.
have so many people, the overflow now goes to a B group on twitch.tv T-Force Podcast 2 with Spork V and myself, Zach B. On top of that, Badger, who can't seem to find a real life, is also doing Bronze Boot Camp on Saturdays. I'm sorry, Badger, that was
I finally got a new
mean.
Bronze Boot Camp for me, but I still have to do it this week because Haberdasher's on vacation.
Ah, well, so you're
I
actually
thought
going to
I
take some
escaped
time
the
off.
Bronze Boot Camp, but apparently I just got pulled right back in
The
like
bronze
that.
is
Forever
coming for you
stuck
this
in
week.
bronze. Forever stuck in
Yeah, I'm
bronze.
stuck in bronze for another week.
Well, so you got Bronze Boot Camp 12 noon until like 3 p.m.
Just
on Saturdays.
just from noon till when LCS starts Eastern
Yep.
time.
And then talk about the Oceanic and EU West one because I don't know enough about them and I
Okay,
screw them
well,
up every time.
Essentially, EU is going to be Lucas and Kelly. I can't. He's
Oh, so-
Swedish. I can't.
So
I
you're
can't pronounce
shirking
the-
all of your responsibilities now. You're casting off the casting
Well, I mean, I
to
wasn't
all
gonna
these other people.
Cast 4 times a week. For
Why not? You don't have a
Battle
real
Arena
life.
and cast VG also for the rest of my life, or for
Why
the
not?
rest of existence. I'm a director, not all that stuff. I tell people what to do.
Oh,
but
okay.
They go
Slacker.
live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Eastern, or Central Eastern. Yes, that makes sense. Central European summertime. Then Oslo, or how did I say Oslo? Because I'm messing up plugs so much tonight. GG.
I tried to help you and I just can't.
The Oceanic Battle Arena is going to be Carrot Colossus and I believe Steve from now on. I'm going to talk to him about it. But they go live at 7 p.m. Australian Western time. And they want to change that time because it's late for some people in Eastern Australia. So take a listen around. Follow me on Twitter. And follow the podcast on Twitter because we post news about Battle Arena and such.
And just follow me and
What
What are
Spork
your
on
Twitter
Twitter.
names?
Badger Senpai lol is mine, and at T-Force Podcast is the podcasts. And follow these other two guys, lol underscore Zach B and underscore Spork V underscore.
There's no underscore at the beginning. It's only at the
Oh, there
end.
isn't? I thought there was. Who's
Nope.
the one that has the underscore at the beginning that throws me off every single time?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Force is me.
There's someone that has an underscore at the beginning of their name, and it drives me crazy.
On the plus side, as Twitch chat pointed out, even no matter how bad we suck at plugs, at the very least our sound sucks less than the International 4.
Dryness is
I know,
no
but
against
that was
the
just
smell of
play-ins. Who
envy.
gives a shit about play-ins?
Alright, and
It's the only time
last
that
plug
Koreans
please so
do.
I can just cut Badger off. You've heard about it a million times. There's Granola. It's bit.ly/T-Force Granola. And
It's
Caps.
apparently really good.
Yeah, I've heard. I wish I wasn't broke this week because I was going to buy some. It sounds really
30
tasty.
seconds until minions spawn.
And you can get a discount, and it's T-Force GG all caps when you get 10% off. And we're in game, so
Very
I'm gonna
job by
stop
Bryson,
talking
so.
about that stuff. I should probably line up my lanes. I was
I've
too
already got my lanes
busy
lined
yelling at. Oh, I was too busy yelling at you for being bad.
I'm bad and should feel bad.
Yeah, pretty. It goes something like that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Minions have
So
spawned.
we got a lot of standing around here at level 1.
A bunch of just a standard fan at this point.
Very boring.
Blah, yes, blah blah
I
blah
love the
granola,
change.
blah blah good. Yep, you've got it, Shifu.
Pretty much all that it's about.
So, I'm still not sold on top lane Pantheon. Just a general statement.
Too mana hungry.
It's a mid lane Pantheon, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's mid lane Pantheon though. Mid lane Pantheon.
Ah.
Pantheon, he has
Oh yeah.
no escapes in the long lane, and he's mana hungry. So
Yeah. Plus, he can roam better from mid lane.
Hmm.
Because of his ult.
yeah.
Dem Spears. I actually got to play against a
Ball,
mid lane
bronze,
Panth
silver,
today.
scrubs.
I actually got to play against a mid lane Panth today for the first time, probably in forever, and he had straight AD runes. That was
You got done.
yeah. That was annoying to say the least.
Yeah. Claude will have your head, pretty much.
What?
Your path is legit, man.
The COD will have your head.
Claude will have your head, apparently.
You know what's sad is all I heard when you said that was Van Cleef pay big for your head because God forbid my brain doesn't go to a World of Warcraft reference still.
Wow.
4 years
Wow.
sober and I still can't stop thinking about the goddamn game.
Wow.
I've always said I was addicted to Warcrack and I've been off the crack
Directed
for...
camera OP.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I was just lounging and now I actually have to do stuff.
Oh, but we
What's
see some action
happening?
coming out in the top lane. Lee Sin is going to do a gank down. He's going to land the Q. Is his mind telling him, yeah? Yes, it is, because the Rune Prison's going to land and the Flash
His
is
mind
forced out
telling
of
him,
the
yeah.
Shyvana.
Just don't. Because I won't be able to get that goddamn song out of my head again. But my
I'm very
body!
happy I don't know it.
Oh, it's the Lee Syndrome video. You haven't seen that? It's wonderful.
Oh, Jarvie coming in the mid lane. This is bad for the Pantheon. He is going to get Flag and Drag combo right here. Nice little knockup. Slow from the red buffs landing. Is Orianna going to be able to do anything in this situation? No.
Nothing.
Not good follow-up on that gank.
Bot
At
lane's
least they
feeling very
forced the
brawly
flash from
too.
the top lane.
But my body... my
Bit of a range shield
body...
there by Braum.
keeps telling me yes!
10 out of 10. In the bot lane, though, Jinx is getting really low. Heal is forced out. Brahm's just doing the whole Braum thing of being a big bully. With a giant door for a shield.
See, now because you're yelling at me, I actually have to like change my mouse speed a little bit. Change the scroll edge camera move speed a little bit.
Yep.
I'm trying to get this smooth, but I'm just not, it's not happening. Also, I keep having weird ping spikes today, and it's really ruining my, my everything, basically. I keep going from, like, normal,
Here
like...
comes Jarvan again to this mid lane. Orianna's gonna land
Again.
this slow field down. Flag and drag. Oh, he just jumps to the pin.
Stuns but still hits the flag and drag.
Done, but hit the flag and drag.
See, even Twitch
I
chat
feel
knows.
like- I used to play
Pantheon's gonna
Katarina.
really should be dropping a ward behind him because he was gonna push that
Yeah.
hard because Jarvan's just constantly coming behind him.
I remember when I used to play Katarina, and I went against a Vi the one game, and Vi came in from the back and started charging her Vault Breaker, and I would just Shunpo over the top of her, and she would go flying to where I was, and I just kind of like sit there and laugh a little bit.
Nice.
Apparently, one dude is mad in Twitch chat right now, being the captain of Team Salty Mid.
I'd say I feel like Rise is stuttering a lot of his spellcasts when he's trying to harass the Shyvana. Not positive, but it's looking like he's stuttering his Qs a lot. Like he's moving like an animation like twice before he throws it. So you might want to work on that a bit. Which is admittedly tricky. But Shyvana is not having fun top laner at all.
Yeah, that's what happens when you pick a melee into a Rise.
Pretty much.
I just put
See what
directing camera
Oriana's
back
maxing.
on. I'm sorry, Badger. It's just gonna happen.
Alright.
Every time I'm trying to move my mouse, the lag is getting worse and it's jumping wicked bad. Yeah, I know directed camera's not amazing, but
It's what we have to deal with in the situation.
yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh my god, the engage coming down.
All
Donna.
kinds of
Flash.
aggro. Ooh, Zyra flash for it, but doesn't get the Q down, so the Jinx manages to survive.
I didn't like the flash in that situation, but in the mid lane, Jake is coming down onto this Orianna. At least it's going to come from the side. Ignite is going to go down. One more Q.
Oh, the dodge!
But the spear shot comes in, and that's not going to land either. Wiggly
Wow.
spear is not. Wiggly spear is not going to connect either. So
Wiggly spear?
Wiggly spear. Heartseeker strike. Wiggly spear.
That was a really... I gotta say, I really enjoyed that Q dodge from Orianna.
Yeah.
So what is Chris stays within 30 CS, you're gonna have a bad day, pretty much, and that rhymed too. So if Tristana stays even CS, you're gonna have a bad time.
And why is that? She just scales way better than Jinx does.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
she-
never play AD carry at all,
Tristana
so
just scales so well into the late game. She gets so much range,
yeah.
and the fact that she outranges, I think she outranges turrets, if I'm correct, at level 18,
Really?
or has the same range as turrets. I'm not sure.
Man, this internet is really making me sad.
Sad in pants or just sad in general?
Sad in the pants. No, like it kept happening to me earlier too when we were playing ranked. I'd be fine, and then I run at about 80 ping usually, and then all of a sudden I'd jump to between 120 and 140 for long bouts of time, and then it would just jump to 450 and then come back down to 80, and then jump to 450 and come back down to 80. I'm like, what are you doing, internet? Verizon, where far out there, Verizon? I want to kill you.
That would be right. Blue team should be okay. There,
God.
right as I was about to say, Zyra's going to get taken out the first blood here to this Jinx, and the Buster shot's going to come out and knock away the Jinx. Glacier Fisher's going to come down, and Thunder's going to get stunned up here. A bunch of pain comes through, but he takes. I was just about to say, blue team should be playing a little bit more aggro since they had item advantage, and Zyra was poked, but never mind. Yeah,
So
whatever.
you're wrong, and everybody else is right.
I watched too much Dota today, and I had the Dota mindset.
Why
I
are
was
there
thinking of
are
Sniper.
there heroes in Dota that can outrange towers?
Yeah, there's Sniper. He outranges turrets pretty much in Dota, or he has think Caitlyn on steroids. That's what Sniper is.
Caitlyn plus Caitlyn range.
Caitlyn, pretty much.
So if you stack two Caitlyns on top of each other,
Well, one of his abilities is a stun on hit. Has a chance to. He increases his range by 400,
that's,
and he has ace in the hole every 25 seconds.
I
and
don't
outranges and
understand how this
outdamages
game
ace in the
is
hole.
fair. Period.
Because it's Dota, and it's supposed to kick you in the pants and tell you to have a bad day.
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I feel like it would just be playing Earth mode all the time.
That's pretty much what Dota is. Oh, but we're gonna see Pantheon go a little aggressive. Wiggly Spirit comes down. Is he gonna man drop onto this turret? I wanted to see him go super ham right now, but Jarvan's nearby. Good call on his part.
I would have gone for it, but that's because I'm bad. Here he's gonna get caught out under tower. The ult coming down, and he is gonna go down. Ignite ticks. J4 lives just barely.
Oh, nice dodge on that. the winner's bite, but he gets zapped down.
Winter's bite.
They're taking advantage of this lane with the items and such. They need to end this soon. Like, they need to end it early against this Tristana.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Beether playing Shyvana in the top lane. Hi, Beether.
I thought you said that earlier.
No, he was chatting with me earlier, just in T-Force chat. I was just using him as an example.
Oh, well, he's the one there. Kraven's gonna come in. He's gonna look for the steal. He's gonna flag and drag in. Oh, and he sent early smite. He anticipates the damage. The execute damage is gonna be more than it was. He gets the Q, follows up. Lee Sin is gonna be able to pick up the kill. Zyra plans to get taken down by Jinx.
Nice roots there.
Roots. Lee Sin a Q.
He's gonna go for it.
Gonna follow it. They're gonna pick up the kill. Great fight for the blue team in that situation. To pick up a couple kills after the dragon gets stolen. Lee Sin, why did you smite early?
I didn't know that Saint Vicious was playing this game.
I did not realize that either.
Saint apparently follows the T-Force podcast. Beether saying hi in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not much really going on in the top lane at this point.
If
It
Red
keeps
Team-
directed camera keeps taking me back, but it's
I'm sorry,
just
yeah,
Ryze
it's
stacking up its
freaking out.
tier.
I think if the red team can survive long enough, they will.
Oh,
have
Jarvan, you're in a
quite
bad
the team
situation. You just blew your only escape. Jinx is gonna pick up another kill.
Teleport
going
does
on?
come down, but
Oh,
Lee fails the flash.
Orianna in the mid wave. Got a shockwave. Saved her life.
I feel like if Trist and Zyra had followed up on the TP a little earlier, like in J4 being about to die, they could have turned that fight around even better.
Ryze just went back and bought a straight Roa.
It's always a good
He had
time.
enough gold in his inventory.
I've done that.
Happens.
I told you that a colleague game I played, I got to go back and buy a Zanya's outright and Sheen and like finish my boots or something like that. I had like 6k gold in inventory.
Well, that just doesn't even... Yeah, the Ryze should have pushed it out in that situation. But... I guess... I mean... Shyvana already teleported. He's freezing this top lane, and he's farming up, becoming that hyper carry late game, because... I
He's
just don't
gonna
like...
walk right over a pink, and they're gonna clear it out.
Yeah.
It looked like J4 was coming up, but I don't think he really is.
Yeah.
I don't know, no, maybe. Maybe.
He's pinging.
He's pinging for
Ron's
it.
pinging for assistance at this point. Here comes...
The flag and
the
drag
team.
does get the
Flag and
knockup.
drag. Bunch of damage coming out from the Ryze.
Ryze
is gonna
is
take
doing
him low.
so much damage.
Lisa,
And Zyra shows
Is your
up.
body telling you yes? No, it's not. Sun's gonna come down on the Tristana in the mid lane. Fighting going on all over this map.
I don't
That's
even
a
know what's
high
going
bar.
on.
I know.
I can't.
Two fights
I
going
can't
on.
follow all of this. Can't believe Lane lived through that.
Yep. Excuse me.
You're excused. And everything goes wide in the mid lane. So, yeah,
Sorry about that. I had to respond to a message real quick.
it's fine. I didn't realize that Spork died.
Spork's dead.
R.I.P. Spork 5.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace.
Reno.
Rip in peace, Spork 5. He died at the ATM machine.
Yeah. Not much really going on at this point. There's just a
So a lot of walking around in circles in the mid lane.
lot of laning still going on in this top lane. Heavily good, which is going to favor the Rise because he's going to be able to put out more damage. And Shyvana, interestingly, is going Sunfire Cape and Ninja Tabbies into a Rise lane. I don't agree with that at all.
Nope. I didn't realize that. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah.
And Cutlass.
You wanna do magic resist against Rise.
Yeah.
Brown saying Zyra should lay her seeds before she's ready to make a plan.
Members of the blue team, and here comes
Oh my god.
AoE combo coming out of red spot, but
Trade what, 2 for nothing? No wave though, they can't really push anything yet. So Fran's wondering Zyra should lay her seeds before she's ready to make plants. What do you think? Badger dies again.
bowling family aggro.
Ah.
But nothing much going on after that fight at this point. Red team just shoving down that middle turret.
Answer Fran's question in Twitch chat. I've read it to you twice now and you're not paying attention.
Oh, Zyra should lay her seats before she's ready to make a plant, right? Yup. But
Well-
all you had to say was yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it sounded to me like the question was more forwardly like, a lot more preemptively, not just right before she wants them.
Like, you WWQ. Get him
Yeah,
down.
that's obvious, but... Okay, you cast your EQ and throw your seed on top of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought that was slightly obvious, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's seed first, then everything else.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Stop that, you're
If
making
your
me
reaction
yawn.
time's quick enough, you can throw the E, and right before the E's gonna reach the target, you can throw down your grasping roots. Her turret to get stepped on. Yeah, if you playing against a Zyra and you see her place the seeds down and not gonna throw any abilities, it might be a bait sometimes, but if you can, step on those because that's gonna reduce her lane pressure that she can create in any situation. But let's talk about builds real quick, 'cause I see a few
Yeah,
things.
so Shyvana wants MR, we'll just start there. I'm fine with the Lee Sin, I'm fine with the Rise.
Yeah, the Rise build's pretty standard at this point.
J4, I would have gone Elder Lizard, not.
Yeah, that's one of the
Ancient Golem.
few things that I've noticed this game.
Let's see if I can pick up on all of them. So hold on, I want to see if I can pick up on all of them.
Yep, there's 3 things that I've thought
Nope.
of this game.
No boots on Tristana. Is that one of them?
Not quite.
Hydra.
I already said one.
Okay, so Hydra
Or
being
Shockwave comes down and lands on a couple members.
Shyvana
the
Dragon's
oh.
Descent gets knocked back.
Garvey gets kicked.
Good
away.
disengage there from blue team.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to guess that you're going with Hydra on Panth, because that's what one of mine would be. Brutalizer
Yeah.
is much better early than and you don't want to finish your Hydra first.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything.
That's one.
Alright, so what was the other? Let's see. And I had Shyvana, so that's 2. You said there was 3 altogether, so what am I missing? Oh, and J4. There's 3.
Oh, I guess 4 things.
Alright, what's the 4th? Because I don't know what you're getting at.
It's on Red Squad.
It's on what?
It's on the red team.
It's on the red team.
Is that Tristana?
Tristana?
It's not.
Oh, it's not Tristana.
Braum's gonna get caught out here. Playing 2 aggro against a bunch of catch.
I got
Not a good
nothing,
thing to
man.
do.
I'm not seeing what you're looking at.
It's not detrimental, but Orianna should have built a little bit more armor in the mid.
Yeah.
Could have gone like
I mean,
here.
I agree with you, but
The,
like you could have gone Seekers, but
that's probably what I would have done in that situation.
if she survived laning phase without it anyways, and was doing fine in the lane, I wouldn't build Seekers if I'm ahead in the lane unless I'm having a problem. That's just me. I want to keep snowballing my lead, and on top of that, Ori hurts so hard with the rest of her team comp of being able to all in with tons of engage and disengage from Zyra ult that I'd much rather have what she went with actually. That's just me. But I also don't play Ori
Fair
much,
enough.
so I think her current build helps her team more, even though the Seekers would have helped her in lane. But she did fine in lane.
I want to Reapers at this point 2 for red squad, 1 for blue team. Braum should, whenever you're playing support,
Oh
and
wow,
you get
I didn't
your
even realize
Sightstone,
that. Yeah.
that's when you want to get your
That's
when you want to get your sweeper.
You want to swap out the second you get a Sightstone. Also, I'm gonna beat a
not
dead.
tier into Athenes, tier into Morello against an AD, but you can go tier into Zonia's also.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat a dead horse here and say I don't know if that's what Braum's going for, but I see another Ruby Crystal looking like Ruby Sightstone. It might not be. It might be.
No, that's
what's it called?
that's building into Lock of the Iron Solar.
Okay. I didn't see the Rejuve bead
Kick away, yeah.
until after I said that. Yeah,
Bunch
Shifu
of-
saying he would have stayed at Chalice and rushed Rabadons. I'm on board with that. I like.
By Morello versus AD. Oh, Orianna
Yo,
versus
and-
Sombrero.
Yep.
Here comes the fight from Red Squad, but blue team
looks like
is
Ori
doing
whipped
much
her
better in
ult
the
there.
situation. And Jinx, if she can get up there and get some resets going, she's going to be able to just tear them apart.
Yep.
There's 1 for 1 in that situation. Or 2 for 2, sorry.
Yep. It looks.
Yeah, Morello's is a really cost-effective item at this point, and against Pantheon, who rushed Hydra, if he comes right onto your face, he's gonna get that. You're gonna get that healing reduction, and he's gonna get caught on her shield a little bit and get taken down by Tristana.
So what's Pantheon gonna do?
Gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
No, never mind. I'm bad, and I feel bad. Also, Ori whiffed her ult in that fight. It looked like.
Yeah, I said she sombreroed that.
Oh, sombreroed. I didn't
Yeah.
hear you say that. I like that. I've never heard anybody call it sombreroing it.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Well, the only reason I call it sombrero is because I used to play Ori with my fives team,
Yep.
and every time one of them actually was gonna send a sombrero to my house just because all the Orianna ults I whipped.
That's why I almost always just leave my ball on somebody else.
Bomb all over his face, like .com or I don't get it.
That's what you said when Pantheon comes all over your face. That's what you said. I know what you meant, but that's the joke I was
Coming
making.
to your face?
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently Twitch chat understands my terrible mind better than you understand it. Thanks, Twitch
well, that's
guys.
just like the correct terminology. He's gonna. Never mind.
just let it be.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
Can't hold both the blue team back anymore. Yeah, this is going downhill fast.
Really bad.
I feel like what red team really needs to do is just make the
Sports
all-in
just froze
engage.
it over here.
Am I incorrect in this?
What's that?
I said I feel like what red team really needs to do is throw an Ori ball on Shyvana or J4, and then you just need to all in this fight. They're getting zoned and poked. I mean, they're pushing back, but you're not gaining ground or losing ground because they're gonna sit back and just keep kind of whacking at you while you guys are like, yep, yarp.
Yarp. Dude, okay, now that I think about it, I've been thinking about the Pantheon build. Like, a Bloodthirster would have been better than a Hydra.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd go, like, if I was gonna do anything, like, silly BF sword-wise, I would just go, yeah, you don't need the shield, though, and you're not sustaining enough for it to matter.
Yep. Oh, man drop.
Winter's Bite comes down.
Man drop comes down right onto... Jarvan's gonna Flag and Drag out, and he's gonna get stunned. Rune Prison. All the damages.
Purple team could have re-engaged that, I think, and won that fight. If Ori had put the ball on, and J4 had Flag and Drag back through them, and then Cataclysmed, they could have stopped the CC train.
Oh, King Kong messes the Q with all that swag that he has.
Gromit's asking, purple has better poke than blue, right? I would actually say that blue has better poke.
Jinx,
yeah.
Jinx is pretty good.
Jinx has pretty good poke.
I mean, it's 50-50 because
yeah.
Ori's gonna be able to poke, Zyra's gonna have the plants, and Jinx has her little poke. Ryze doesn't have enough range to be considered a quote-unquote poke-oriented champion.
And there's the ult with the ult. Good wombo combo coming down.
Into Dragon's Descent, into Shockwave, into melting of blue team face. But they only pick up
one kill out of that.
Ryze is gonna fancy his chances in this situation, but the heals are gonna come down. With the help of Jarvan, Tristana's gonna be able to pick up.
So they did make it a 2 for none, but it was a good fight for them, but they didn't get a lot out of it.
Yeah. They only caught Braum and Pantheon. So not really the ideal targets, or he just doesn't have enough damage at this point. Once she gets this, she finished up her Rabadons, but she gets her Void Staff. She'll start hitting pretty hard.
Tristana building Static Shiv?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I don't AD carry much, and I've played Tristana like twice.
Well,
but I feel like the standard build for an AD carry, especially for Tristana, is going Infinity Edge into a Phantom Dancer so that you are hitting a lot and you're critting a lot, on top of the attack speed buff that she already gains and the dot that she has. I feel like you get more out of the Phantom Dancer than you will a Static Shiv. She doesn't really need the Static Shiv to clear the wave. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct me if you're wrong.
I'm not even mad. I'm actually kind of impressed.
The explosive shot passive, but the Static Shiv would be great wave clear. But oh well. He's gonna go Phantom Dancer, so we're wrong. There's only 2 people casting because Spork is like gone.
Yeah. There's 3 of us, but Spork's AFK. So I mean, like, it's like 2 1/4. Yeah, Frown also saying, once you get an Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer is more valuable than Static Shiv. I mean, you already have so much crit, you want to land more crits with your...
For a while there, it was just preference for Static Shiv or Phantom Dancer.
So, I just want to touch on this randomly, because I want your opinion on it. I've been seeing, like, even Vayne's going Bloodthirster into Static Shiv recently. What's up with that? Am I totally just out of the AD carry loop?
Bad item.
Okay. I didn't know if I was just out of the AD carry loop these days and I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore, or...
Supposed to go Blade of the Ruined King Ghostblade on, like, Vayne.
Ghostblade now, huh?
Yeah. That's what you do on most AD carries.
The
If you're not gonna
Ghostblade?
go Infinity Edge, you're gonna go Blade of the Rune King Ghostblade.
Man drop coming in on the
Oh,
backside.
The Glacial Skyfall missing the entire red team. Jackrabbit's gonna land on the 2 members. Ender Dragon's Descent and the Strangleforms is gonna come out. Rise is gonna get taken really low, and Shyvana's gonna chase down onto Jinx, but she's gonna get taken down in the back
All
line.
by
Tristana
herself.
Tristana gets taken down, and Jarvan is the last standing member of the red team, and he's gonna go down right here. And surprisingly, none of the members of the blue team died,
Nope.
even through all the AoE that the red team has.
I feel like the biggest problem there was they split up. Red team split the fight after the initial like wombo came out. They kind of split the fight and they weren't able to keep up any of the AoE, and then they
Yeah.
just got picked off one by one.
If red team would start to kite this fight backwards, it would just do alright.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean,
Also, I feel like.
Lee
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I said go ahead first.
No, you go ahead.
Alright, I was just gonna say, I also feel like as much as they've been womboing, quote unquote, a lot of the wombo's been really sloppy. Like, they'll get half caught out, the Ori ball will come in late, and then like J4 will kind of flag and drag through, and then Beather jumps through with the Dragon's Descent. Like, it's all kind of all over the place. It doesn't really, they're not grouping them and getting the full AoE down on the team fights.
Mm-hmm.
So, positioning.
Ulti also is coming out way too soon. It should be disengage.
Who's?
Zyra.
Yes.
It's not really an engage tool. It's great to combo with the Cataclysm and the Dragon's Descent, but once Lee Sin and Pantheon start to go towards your backline, it's nice to just have that as a disengage.
Man, the hitbox on Zap is way bigger than it looks. I always
It is.
notice that. It's like, because the few times I've played Jinx, I'm like, man, the hitbox on this skill is tiny, and then I use it, and I'm like, I hit things that are nowhere near where I think they are. Winter's Bite comes down, Shyvana's gonna have to Dragon's Descent out into 3 of her teammates.
Lucian, I hope they make him at least 5, 6, 25. Well, he has the playstyle of Vayne now. After the recent set of changes on the PvE, his E has no cooldown, or not no cooldown, no mana cost now.
Which one's this E?
The
The dash?
Yeah. His dash has no mana cost, and the cooldown gets lowered every time you shoot off his passive shot.
Have they
I'm
changed
not sure
anything
if
else
that's
about him, or is that
whenever
it?
What's that?
Have they changed anything else about him, or is that it? I haven't looked at any of the PvE notes
500
yet.
range, they changed the range on Q a little bit. I think his damage is going down a tiny amount.
So they're
but-
gonna nerf his damage and his range, and in return he gets to dash for free?
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty huge
But-
nerf to me.
He's not a duelist.
Triple team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, blue team.
I'm not a huge fan of it. Orianna gets caught with that. That Stranglethorns is actually really good because it started to disengage the fight that blue team's creating. But the Grand Skyfall comes down and it's gonna get taken down. Shyvana flashes onto Jinx for some reason. And this is just starting to look really bad for red team.
Yeah, blue
They
team's doing a
cannot
good
win
job at
5v5 fights at this point.
no.
Triple team's turret has been destroyed.
14k gold
Purple team's inhibitor.
God damn it, I can't say the word. Deficit.
Yeah. And 2 inhibs down now.
Team's inhibitor.
Yeah, I think
Most
this is actually
likely
gonna be
Nexus
the
turret.
ace here. Nope. They're gonna
No.
back off.
They could stay for a Nexus turret easily.
They could, but
I don't
the
know why they're
timers are
backing off.
short. Looks like
I
they're
guess
gonna make the Baron
just
call.
Baron. Yep.
Apparently the game is over. Obviously purple team won. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here since we have 3 minutes before this ends for us. Purple team shows up right now and steals the Baron, aces them, and wins the game.
Maybe.
Kinda like how that time I called EG versus Cloud9, you're like, fine, I'll take Cloud9, and then I won. And you had to give me a mystery skin.
Don't even bring that up.
I still haven't
If
used a...
Spork was here, he'd rub the fact that I bet against Complexity twice last week and lost both times.
Nice. Spork also, I tried to make a bet with Spork, and he wouldn't take it. And now I'm kind of on the not so excited side of money recently to make this bet again, but I was gonna bet somebody, anybody, every EG game. EG wins. Just every game.
That's ambitious.
It is.
I don't know why you would do that.
Because I think that EG will come out positive in the end, where I will end up with more skins than the other person.
Fair enough. It's going to be interesting to see Lucian builds. Twitch chat, that's...
Still just talking about
chat's
Lucian
pulling
builds.
up a couple of them. Dude, spoilers!
No spoilers. I can't see the spoilers. I can't read. Good thing
Spoilers.
my eyes. Good thing my eyes don't
Spoilers.
work. Spoilers. Spoilers. Molly. Molly.
Molly.
Akali. Akali.
Macaulay.
Akali.
Crawley.
Probably.
Polly. Bali.
So right here, Orianna's staying pretty late for that tower. You know what she should have done?
Destroyed.
I can't even. I can't even make the joke again.
I'm still waiting for another Lee Sin Q to land.
I love when everything goes silent. Like there's no minions, nobody's attacking anything, and just like game sound goes silent.
Strangle Swords used
Good,
there in
good,
that
good,
situation.
good
I'm not
Strangle
liking it.
Swords.
Shockwave
Good
comes out and
Cataclysm.
gets a couple of members. But
Rise goes down.
Getting untouched at the back of this fight. She's
Yeah.
just doing tons and tons and tons of damage.
So
Wow.
was that J4 in the back there, or Shyvana that was way in the back?
Why are they going for this turret? You have super minions on the Nexus.
Destroyed.
What is going on? Okay.
The entire team
Everyone.
backs off while Pantheon takes the Nexus.
Gotta go for that 11 turret win.
Has been destroyed.
Oh, you gotta get the 11 turret win, I guess. not
Actually,
gonna matter. Super
you get
minions are
you
gonna
get
take
more
down the Nexus.
IP if you win after getting every objective.
Now that I think of it, I've always
Even in custom games, apparently.
Yep, all that IP.
Alright, whenever Sport gets back, I'm gonna go eat. So,
So
Sport, get back here.
What should I do now then?
Huh?
Should I just hang here?
Fantasy
And...
points. Yeah, I didn't have random blocks on my fantasy LCS, or my fantasy, Battle Arena team.
Yeah, fantasy points. So we're
Yeah.
just gonna. So am I just chilling here with everybody until you get back?
No, I'm staying until Sport gets back.
Until who gets back? Spork?
Orc?
Is he on his way back? I don't know. You've been talking
I
to him,
don't
not
know.
me. He could be a while.
Be a while.
You should just start again.
Yeah, just okay. Make the lobby.
Oh, I have to make the lobby?
Yeah, dude. Because I have to talk about the people in that last game that wanted special attention.
Alright, do that.
If I could remember who they were.
It
That
was
was the
Aurora
Jinx.
Dragon.
Aurora Dragon, threw down seeds way too early in fights, disengage, or used your ulti for engage when it should have been disengage. For your Tristana and your Orianna. It was, but went like Rust, Pen Boots, and Haunting Guys, and that's like when I stopped looking at builds. It's a good choice. Like Leandry's is a good item on Zyra, but not on support Zyra. Rise played the top lane really well because Beather wasn't pressuring enough. Rise just outranges like every meta top laner right now except Lulu. He doesn't have a really bad matchup unless it is Lulu. And then Jinx was the other one. Jinx had great positioning and she wasn't pressured enough, so she didn't have to worry about kiting backwards except for a couple instances.